This is a well-worn road. At one end, Palestinian protesters driven by years of occupation, what two recent human rights reports have defined as apartheid, angered and sustained by events in Jerusalem and Gaza. At the other, the implacable, militarized position of the Israeli forces, blocking the way and more. This is how this day would play out. Huge shows of force, pushing back the crowd, then young men in small groups gradually approaching within tens of meters of the Israeli fortifications, peppering them with rocks and glass marbles. The Israeli tactics varying from attempting to rush and detain them, to overwhelming them with tear gas and foul-smelling water, to considerably worse.
So Israeli forces are strengthening their position after those stone throwers got pretty close to the checkpoint here. And as you can see on the road just in front of us, a sniper team has taken up position.
Later, as we reported live, there was no rushing, no show of force, simply sniper fire from a protected position on unarmed protesters. One man fell injured in front of us and was taken out by ambulance. One among many here, among dozens across the occupied West Bank. Near the illegal settlement of Beit El, close to Ramallah, the gunfire was at one point going both ways. This is a rare shooting attack on an Israeli military position during a confrontation, a sign of the seriousness of this current upsurge in violence. 2 Palestinians were killed here, 2 Israeli soldiers injured.
I think our life, it needs just only spark, because we are living under this pressure, we are living under this discrimination regime, oppressive regime. That's the situation.
This had been declared a national strike and a day of rage, observed too in occupied East Jerusalem. Confrontations breaking out at Damascus Gate and in Sheikh Jarrah, where a long simmering protest against forced expulsions of Palestinians has in part fueled this wider violence. In the southern occupied West Bank city of Hebron, a Palestinian was shot dead by Israeli forces who said he was carrying a knife, a homemade gun and an explosive device. A brutal day to add to the tally of the last week. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Bethlehem in the occupied West Bank.